Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the #1 video game channel. Welcome back to Big Shill Pro. It's our channel. We talk about stuff. You listen. Some people do. I don't know. But the point of this channel is to talk about things we like. And currently, two things we really like: Elden Ring and WWE 2K22. I know what you're saying. The ones in the past, they were a buggy mess. Did they fix their past sins? Have they repented? We're here to tell you today. First, Mike, Elden Ring?
Elden Ring. Still amazing game. No qualms, no complaints.
All right.
I'm just stuck.
We're gonna dive into that in a minute. Start with WWE though. All right. 2K22, if you played the last one, it is a buggy mess. The bugs are so bad, it's enjoyable just to watch it. As long as you weren't the person that put money down on the table, it is fun to watch. We covered it slightly in a past video, but just for fun, we're about to show you a few of the wonderful clips, the horrors that is WWE 2K20. Look at the screen here. What you can't tell is I'm doing hand stuff. There's mutated people who float in the air, ropes just disappear, buggy mess. It was a disaster, but it was fun. So they took a year off. That's how bad that game was. The 2K series, a series that puts games out yearly, decided we have created such an utter pile of garbage. Let's take a year off. And they did, and they're back. And my opinion of the game, it is a absolute blast. The game has simplified the controls down to a point where it's very easy to pick up. You can just play. In the last WWE 2K game, they were trying so hard to make it a simulation that it wasn't welcoming for newcomers.
That's how the UFC games are to me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. It's just all the combos and everything you have to do something so simple.
And that's fun, but at the same time, like when I play wrestling games, I'm mainly playing them with people who aren't into wrestling as much as I am, because I'm a big nerd. I'm a mark. I love wrestling. Loved it for years. But when you go to play with your friends, like they don't know what the chain would be that this wrestler would do. Plus, for as much as I love wrestling, I wasn't enjoying the controls. The old SmackDown games, it was like grapple, couple moves, fun. You throw somebody through a table. They're back to doing that now. And it's very welcoming. I had my friends over the other night. We were playing it. It's a blast. Another great part of this game is the online community of it. They have a content creator where you can just go into the community setting and all these characters people made. So as a wrestling fan, I am more of an AEW guy. WWE is the main brand. AEW is the new upstart. All the wrestlers in AEW I like, they're not in this game, but if you go online, people have made these characters, they have images for them, they're highly detailed, their move set is down to a T. So it honestly feels like they made this game, or they were made to be in this game, but they weren't. Just people goofing off, making characters. I've got to have my dream matches. I had CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega against 2003 Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, and Shawn Michaels. It was a ladder match. It was awesome. I literally just put on auto where the computer was playing, and I sat down and watched it, and I just recorded footage. It's great. They have a GM mode, which I haven't got to play much of yet because that's where the bugs come in. They still have bugs in this game. And they have a My Universe mode. They also have a Showcase Rey Mysterio mode where you play through classic Rey Mysterio matches and you have to complete certain objectives. And when you hit that objective, it goes to the real footage of it. And it's, I mean, you could tell it's a game, but the graphics in it, like, and I'm not a big graphics guy, but the graphics in this game, awesome. They're incredible. And when they're just seamlessly going into from video game to real life, it's just cool to watch. They also have a create a character where you put them in a universe, the WWE universe, and you build them up. They eventually become champions, or whatever you choose to do with the character. There's a My Faction mode that all the reviews I've seen of it, just really not that great. But all the little cool fun modes, the matches, you get to download arenas from other companies. Like, I was doing shit in an ECW arena and my mind was blown. It was so cool. But with the other creative feature, this is the hook that got you interested in it. And you're probably gonna get it now, right? With the create a character, they have a digital face scanner, and these people have just created everyone. They had Goku, Deadpool, Batman, Bane, Joker, Donald Trump, Snoop Dogg,
God himself.
God. He is the shit. He is awesome. Just slamming dudes, taking them to town. But my favorite character so far is Frank Reynolds. You may know him as the Trash Man. He hails out of Philadelphia. He's a small bar owner. Wild man. It is incredible. I got Frank Reynolds and I put him in the Royal Rumble at number 1. I didn't know who number 2 was gonna be. As he's sitting in the ring, they announce Frank Reynolds, which is incredible that you can get that in the game. The glass shatters and Stone Cold Steve Austin comes walking down the ring. I threw his ass over the top rope in like a minute. I let him know, don't fuck with Danny DeVito. He will take your ass to town. He's the Trash Man. Don't mess with the Trash Man. So, this game is what I've wanted out of a wrestling game for a little while. And I know AEW is still going to be putting out a game in the next year and a half, and it's based off the classic Aki engine. Aki was the engine they used for games back in the day, like the people's favorite all-time wrestling games: WCW, NWO Revenge, World Tour, WCW versus the World. Then WWE bought them out, and they did WrestleMania 18, No Mercy, which is the holy grail for wrestling fans because there's just such an online community of people that are still creating characters and putting it in the game. And they also, I believe they made Day of Reckoning and the WrestleMania on the GameCube game. But until that AEW game comes out, I am pretty content with this game. I'm really enjoying it. Again, there are some bugs. I started going download crazy, and I don't know if it's having a hard time with all the content I've uploaded because it's like weird arenas with weird characters. And ever since then, when I've tried to mod or put myself in a different arena or a different event, it's been just crashing. But the game's only been out officially for 5 days now, so they're probably gonna work through the bugs. If you're a wrestling fan and you can't wait, get it. But if you can wait, I would probably wait a month or 2 for them to do the updates, the patches, to get all the little bugs out. But I was very, very pleased with the product that's out. Happy with it. I think it's fun. And it was good enough that it made me take a weekend off Elden Ring. And I am still very much in love with Elden Ring. You still have my heart, baby. Daddy's not going nowhere. But Mike, he's been faithful this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing that little bit of ain't nothing wrong with bump and grind.
Mm-hmm.
His body's telling him yes, but his mind's telling him no. I think that's the song. R. Kelly. Woo. Not a good person. But Mike, Elden Ring, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's not as exciting as WWE 2K22, but
WWE 2K22 is probably not that exciting, but you see the wrestling there that comes out in this guy, man. Like, I'm genuinely like, stop. Let me tell you about what really happened backstage. I'm a nerd, man.
I love it.
I like games. I like wrestling. I like my puppies. I like my friends. Alright, Elden Ring.
Nah, it's good. I'm hard stuck in the academy right now.
That is where I left off at. Literally ran up the front door. They said, "Get the fuck out."
I beat the red wolf dog boss thing that's in there.
Had not got that far.
Oh, well, there's a big red dog that shoots swords at you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He's not that bad. He's alright. Anyway.
Were you doing it with a buddy or doing it by yourself?
By myself.
Oh, fuck yeah. Because I know you've been playing with your friend.
Yeah.
And friends.
But yeah, I got through that. I think I got through the academy into like this courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some hellish enemies in there. Like, I got destroyed walking in there. So I don't know if I just need to leave and come back later or what, but
It makes you question how good you are at games when you're like, I got beat by just a random enemy. Like, it's not a boss, it's not a mini boss, and it's just like, oh, that dude fucked me
well,
up.
that game specifically is super humbling because you'll just tear through this area and then you'll come across some normal enemies and they'll just destroy you in like 2 hits and you're like, what did I do? What do I do?
Dude, all those memes I've like seen online, I'm like, screw you. The ones that are like from software fans, filthy casuals, and they're just making fun of people that for not being that hardcore into Souls. Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
But yeah, I still no complaints.
Yeah.
I don't complain about a hard game. It's fun, honestly.
you think you're gonna play through it immediately again after you beat it? Another class?
Maybe. What is it?
Because
+1 or something, +2, I don't know.
New Game Plus.
Yeah.
And I mean, you tend to play through games again.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other game you're playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one?
Red Dead Redemption 2, baby.
How many times now is that?
I've beat it 3 times. And I'm playing through it again.
Trace.
But now I'm doing it a little different, becoming a bad boy. An outlaw. Instead of just doing all the good quests on being a good guy.
That's the one thing I hate about doing good guy shit in games. Like, you can fucking do 20 missions as a good guy, and you get so into it, but then if you do one bad thing, you're like, I ruined everything.
Yeah.
Bad guys, you can do awful shit the entire game, and if you do something good occasionally, you're like, yeah, you should be thanking me.
I'm not that
Yeah. I could have just let that old lady die, but I just robbed her. That was it. Got her home, but I robbed her. She doesn't need that much money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Do you have any favorite missions in Red Dead that really stick out to you that you're like, oh, that's why I love this game?
Well, I don't know. Just like the shocking, like, gritty aspect to some of the missions. It's like, I was playing through one mission, and I'm not going to worry about spoilers because it's been out for, 3 years now?
Yeah.
But
I didn't beat it, but I already know pretty much the ending. And
there's a mission where you got to meet up in this town, and then your buddy, your whole gang's with you, and then all of a sudden one of the dudes in your gang gets his head blown off, like out of nowhere, and then it just starts a big gunfight, and it's crazy. And I was just sitting there like, I forgot that this happened. I can't believe this.
that sounds awesome.
And it was just like,
I remember when I first started that game and you were walking through the mountain in the snow, and just the detail of every print, like from the horse going through the snow. It's like, That's awesome.
The game is beautiful too.
It is a beautiful, beautiful game. But
I don't know. Yeah, I could play through that game as many times as possible and not get tired of it, because there's so many different ways you can do things and so many different options you can do, and you can go hunting for hours on end.
Yeah.
And not even like realize.
Rockstar is really good about replay value. I mean, fuck, how many times have they ported Grand Theft Auto?
Right.
And it's because, yeah, the game's old, but
People will play it.
yeah, and you can always have like a new adventure. You can always do a different path, which, you know, I bust their shit for all the ports, but that's really cool. Like, that's really cool that a company puts that much time into a game to make sure like you get the most out of it, because not only did they just make a very huge open world, it keeps you hooked and you want to keep playing it. You want to see all the possibilities. So that's pretty cool. I give it up for Rockstar on that. But so Elden Ring, Rockstar, WWE 2K. By Rockstar, I meant Red Dead Redemption. But you have anything else to talk about today?
I don't think so.
Anything you are looking forward to coming out? Or you've just been so into Elden Ring that you're like, yeah.
I haven't even been paying attention to new releases.
Yeah, the only thing I know that's coming out, I briefly mentioned it last week, gonna talk about it soon, is Ghostwire Tokyo. Still really looking forward to that. You need to check it out. I showed you like a short trailer. And was not what you thought it was gonna be. And in the summer, Capcom has a new fighting collection coming out, and I'm an old school 2D fighter fan. It is the entire Darkstalkers series. I love that series. It's pretty much Street Fighter with the old school Universal monsters. Like werewolf, mummy, vampire, zombie, and it's that old 2D Street Fighter style. Just, it's awesome. I love that game as a kid. I bought the import of the Darkstalkers collection on PS3, so that's how much I like it. I definitely already pre-ordered it, but it's not out till June, so I don't feel like that. But glad to talk about these games today. Definitely WWE 2K22. I recommend it. You'll have fun. So, as in all Big Show Pro videos, you know what time it is.
Kojima's Corner.
He got it. Did you? This is gonna be blasphemy. I just know Hideo just won a Lifetime Achievement Award for like arts and something else. So, give up.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Kojima. You, sir, need to win an award every day for your greatness, because you're great. Right on. So, thanks for watching today. I was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And I was the Trash Man.
Ryan Reynolds. Austin 316. I can't do it. Austin 316 says, I just whooped your ass. Good night. Good luck. So long. Eat your vitamins. Say your prayers. Run wild on this country.